What's up guys? In today's video I'm going to teach you and I'm going to show you what is inheritance, and we are going to do this in Java. But first of all, let's see an example and you will see that it's something very simple. So as you can see here in this example, we have a class named car, which has these three attributes, which are horsepower, seats, and name. Then we have these two methods, which are getSeats and show. So this is the class car, but you can see here that we have another two classes. So the first one is this one, which is SUV, and it only has the attribute volume and the method show again. What does this mean? Like, first of all, you have to check that here there's an arrow which says that SUV is inheriting everything from the car class. And what means everything and what means inheriting? It means that SUV, it also contains all these attributes and it also contains all these methods. You are going to see that better in Java. So the same happens with hypercar. Hypercar has another attribute, a specific attribute for the hypercar, which is the top speed, and it also has all the attributes and methods of car because we are inheriting from that class. As you can see, in both classes we have the method show, which is already defined here, and this means that we are going to override it. It means that we are going to redefine the method. So let's see this in Java, and I have already implemented this, and we are going to do together the hypercar class. So as you can see here, we have, as you can see here, we have the car class, which is, I don't know what is happening here, but this is the class, and as you can see, we have these three attributes, which these two should be public, and later in the video you will see why I make this public. But you see that it's a normal class. We have this, and then we have the constructor, and then we have the methods. But if we go to the SUV class file, you can see here that, okay, we define the class SUV, but we are saying that we are extending the car class. So basically we are extending this. And as you are going to see later, now this SUV class contains all the methods of the car class. So first things first, you need to do some things whenever you extend a class. So the first one has to call the super method in the super constructor in the class constructor. So for example, now we are using we are in the SUV class, and in the SUV constructor, as you can see, we added the attribute volume, because in the car constructor we don't have that attribute, but here we have it. So in order to create a SUV, we need to create a car, because we are inheriting from a car. That's why we call the super constructor, and we are passing it the attributes of the car. So this is basically creating a car, and then with this we are setting the SUV. But with this super, we are calling the constructor of the car, which is the super class. When we say super, is the one above. So SUV is inheriting from car, so the car is the one above. We are calling the constructor of this class. And yeah, that's very simple. As you can see here later in the method show, we are overriding the method. And you may ask, what is this? This is something for the compiler to know that, hey, you are going to redefine a method, and that's it. So as you can see here, we are using again the word super. And what does this mean? So it means that, hey, I already have this defined in the car class, and I don't want to rewrite the code again. So what I can do is that I can call the show method from car and then just add whatever I want to add here. And that's it. That's everything for inheritance. Like, it has more things, but this is the very basic of inheritance. So let's create together the hypercar class, so you don't miss anything in the process. So as you can see, we have to first create the attribute, which was top speed. So we are going to put here top speed, a double, and now we have to create the constructor. So in the constructor, remember that we have to call the car constructor because I forgot to put it here. We are extending the car class. So now we have to, let's put all the arguments, like let me come here and copy this because we are going to spend a lot of time otherwise. Put here top speed and now define the constructor. So the thing that we have to do is to call the constructor of the car because we are inheriting from the car. So we do this and that's it. And then we have to set the top speed value, which is this one, top speed equals top speed. And that's it. And now what we have to do is to again redefine the show method. Let me do this. And again, you can not put, like if you want, you don't need to put the override tag. It's just something for the compiler, but it is useful. And it will tell you if you, for example, if you want to override a method, a specific method, and you don't remember anything, well, everything, the override will tell you that there may be an error there. So let's put this here, public string. Let me put this string show, and now again, as we did before, what we can do is to call the method of the upper class, which was car. So we can do super show, and now basically print the top speed. So this top speed, and let's put this. So I have here a test class in which we are going to do all those things. But the first thing that we need to do is to create an object from that hypercar class. As you can see here, we can create a car, we can create a SUV, and now we are going to create a hypercar. So we have to put here hypercar c equal to new hypercar, and then we have to put the attributes for the car and the specific one for the hypercar. So we are going to say that this hypercar contains 1000 horsepower, 2 seats, the name is Lamborghini, and the top speed is like 375.78, for example. And that's it. We created a hypercar. But let's check something. As you can see here, I'm declaring a car variable, but I'm creating a SUV. Is this possible? If we check the diagram, we can see that a SUV is a car. So that is possible because a SUV is a car and there is no problem doing that. But there's a problem when we do this. We are saying that a SUV is a car, and that's not it. The SUV is a car, but not the other way around. So if we come back to the diagram, we can see that like car is the top class and it doesn't have, like it is not inheriting anything from anyone. But SUV, yeah, it is doing that, but car, no. So that's why we cannot create a variable SUV and then create an object car in that variable. That doesn't have sense. And what we can do now to test it is to print, well, to use the method show to print all the values. So if we now do havoc and test.java, no, not this, test.java, and now we do java test.java, we see the output and we see that everything is okay. So with this, you learn how to use inheritance and how to do it in Java. If you liked it and you now know how to do this, give it a like, share, subscribe, and see you in the next one.
Ay.